Hi, don't forget to check out my course for the quant section of the CAT exam where I've explained all concepts, tips and tricks, shortcuts and past year questions in great detail. So that brings us to the last question of CAT 2018, the first lot. Please pause the video and give it a try before you look at the solution. So in an apartment complex, the number of people aged 51 years and above is 30. And there are at most 39 people whose ages are below 51 years. The average age of all the people in the apartment complex is 38 years. What is the largest possible average age in years of the people whose ages are below 51 years? So we have two groups here. The ages of people in the first group are greater than or equal to 51 years. And the number of people in this group will be 30. Similarly, the second group has average age less than 51 years and this group has at most 39 people. So the number of people is less than or equal to 39. The overall average of these two groups combined has been given to us as 38 years. And the question is about finding out the largest possible average age of the second group. What can be the largest possible average age of people in the second group, that is less than 51 years age group? So first things first, if the average is 38 and that is fixed and I want to maximize the average of this particular group, then the average of the first group has to be as low as possible. Only then I'll be able to maximize the average of second group. The first group has average age greater than or equal to 51 years. We have to minimize this, so the minimum it can take is 51 years. Right? Now let us suppose that there are n number of people in the second group and their overall average is equal to A. You can use your concept of weighted average or the concept of deviations to find out an equation in A and n. Let's look at the concept of deviations. 51 minus 38, there is an excess of 13 and like that I have 30 people. Similarly, to compensate, this group should have a deficit about the average, 38 minus A, and like that you have n number of people. So the overall excess about the average should be equal to the overall deficit about the average and they have to be the same to maintain the average 38. This is the concept of deviations we have seen. If you don't understand this concept of deviations, you can still use the concept of weighted average here. We'll say 51 into 30 plus A into n divided by total number of people is 30 plus n should give you the average 38. So you can just cross multiply now. 51 into 30 plus a into n is 38 into 30 plus 38 into n, right? Take all the like terms together. 38 into 30 you can take on that side and a into n you can take on the right hand side. So left hand side becomes 51 into 30 minus 38 into 30 will be equal to right hand side will be 38 into n minus a into n, right? So left hand side is 51 minus 38, 13 into 30 is equal to right hand side you can take n common, 38 minus a, you get the exact same relation but thoda complicatedly, right? So a better way is to go with the concept of deviations actually, and this will give me 13 into 30 upon n is equal to 38 minus a on this side, the remaining terms on right hand side. I'll get a is equal to 38 minus 13 into 30 upon n, and we want this a to be as high as possible, largest possible value. Now notice this a will be as high as possible when this minus part will be as low as possible, right? 38 minus something, the minus wala part should be as low as possible. That will happen when n will be as high as possible. And as per the question, the second group has n number of people we have assumed. N is a number which has to be as high as possible in this case. The question says there are at most 39 people in this group. So n can be at max 39. We put n as 39 in this particular equation and we observe the value of a. That will be our answer. So we will observe that a will be equal to, 13 ones are and 13 threes are cancelled, 3 ones are and 3 tens are 38 minus 10 or 28. That is very clearly our D option.